Hey, I'm Aggie Davers of I'mNotSettling.com. Thank you for being here. Today I want to talk about how we are not our thoughts. This is a tricky topic and I spend a lot of time on it, coming at it from different angles, but it's all to take you to the same finish point, the same finish line, which is that there is space between who you are and the thoughts that you have, the feelings you have, the beliefs that you have. There is space between your being and those other things. You are the thinker of your thoughts. Have you ever thought about that? There's a separation then between the I and the thought, or the I and the feeling. When you can bring awareness to that separation, you start to realize you have choice. You have some amount of control. And yes, if you've heard any of the other episodes that I've done, then you know that there is such a thing as habitual thinking, which just happens automatically. And in a lot of ways, where we are headed is to retrain our habitual thinking so that we can reprogram our subconscious minds. That's a little next level, right? But for now, let's focus on the fact that you are not your thoughts. I am not my thoughts. We are not our thoughts. And, this might be challenging for you, but if you don't believe me that you are not your thoughts, then let's play a little game. Right now, I'd like to suggest that you think about the Statue of Liberty. I used that in another episode, so let's use it again here. I'd like you to picture and think about the Statue of Liberty. If you've ever seen pictures of it or if you've visited it before, think about what you remember of the Statue of Liberty. Maybe the arm that's up in the air holding the torch, that's right. And in the other arm, she's holding a book, correct? And she's wearing a kind of toga dress style thing, right? What color is the whole statue? Can you picture that? What is she standing on? And what is that on? So you're thinking about all these things, right? Because I have suggested them to you. And you're having those thoughts because you're agreeing to think about them. You're allowing those thoughts to come into your head. But just as easily as you allowed those thoughts, you could have chosen not to participate. You exercise control over your thoughts. Think this thing or don't. Think about something else. Think about the Arch of St. Louis. Think about the Eiffel Tower. Think about Niagara Falls. Think about Las Vegas. You can choose to think about whatever you want to think about. So since that is the case, and we're agreeing on this, right? Then who's making that choice? Your thoughts are not choosing to think those thoughts. You are choosing to think those thoughts. There's a separation. Is this making sense? This is really crucial to understand. You are the gatekeeper of the thoughts you have. And you are not your thoughts. But the thoughts that you do choose to have become your life. So going back, the gatekeeper of your thoughts means you get to filter which thoughts you want to have and which thoughts you don't want to have. But you are not your thoughts. There is space between who you are and what you think about. Also, there's space between who you are and what you feel. And this is a little bit easier to grasp. So let's talk about this for a minute. We tend to say, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm depressed, I'm tired, I'm disappointed, I'm scared. We tend to frame our feelings as who we are. But again, we are not those feelings. We're experiencing those feelings. We're going through those feelings. We're maybe walking through those feelings. So I would encourage you to start to say, I am feeling happy. I am feeling disappointed. I'm feeling sad. To remind yourself that that is an emotion. All of those are emotions, but they are not you. Hey, a lot of us feel like we should be happier than we are, or we should be able to tackle life with more energy, drive, focus, enthusiasm, right? That was the case for me, and it turned out there was a missing piece, and the Mental Wellness Company delivered what I needed. Their nootropics, gut-brain connection products, energy products, drive products, focus products, sleep products, pain relief products, their natural products changed my life. Leave a life behind of burnout, stressed out, anxiousness, feelings of depression, brain fog, sleepless nights, and weight gain, and enter resilience, energy, focus, drive, enthusiasm, happiness, hopefulness, joy, creativity, confidence, good sleep, releasing unwanted weight. I mean, I am the best version of myself now, and it was because I was just missing what this company delivers. If any of that sounds good to you, I invite you to go check out their website, amare.com. And if you want to try anything that's there, just use my discount code. You can get an extra $10 off of your first purchase with the discount code 14621 in the checkout process. Yes, they have a tremendously generous compensation program for anybody who's looking for an additional stream of income as an affiliate or as a team builder, and that is fantastic. But if nothing else, go check out these products because there is power in these natural guaranteed products. Amare.com, discount code 14621. Hey, if you're monetizing anything at all on social media, I'm gonna recommend to you that you check out and use a Stan Store. Stan Store is built for the mobile experience, and that's where all of us are spending 99% of our time when we're on social media. That becomes incredibly important when you're trying to move someone from something they see on your social to something you're offering so that there's no friction and that they feel compelled to go ahead and enter their contact information or their credit card information or both. With a Stan Store, you can literally offer anything you can imagine, whether that's opt-ins, digital downloads, a course that you build and host and sell in a Stan Store, booking appointments with you for whatever service you may offer, asking you questions, giving you the opportunity to sell consultations, video responses, and it's fully functional so that you can see all of your analytics, collect emails, integrate it with whatever email service you use, and connect it to your Stripe. So upgrade your monetization game by getting a Stan Store right now. Use my link to get a 14-day free trial. That's join.stan.store/Eggy Davers. And if you haven't looked at a Stan Store before, go check out mine. It's stan.store/Eggy Davers. You can get your free trial from there or go directly to join.stan.store/Eggy Davers. And the reason why that's so important is because when we say, I'm sad, I'm disappointed, I'm scared, I'm happy, then we are pulling that feeling into our identity. You have to be really careful that you're pulling in the things you want to have more of in your life into your identity. You don't want to pull in disappointment, sadness, fear, because by pulling those in and making those part of your identity, you will attract and experience more of those things. So it's just safer to get in the habit now of saying, I'm feeling afraid, I'm feeling scared, I'm feeling disappointed, I'm feeling sad, and even the positive ones. Ultimately, you want to be able to define your happiness and your contentedness and your peace and your calm from a place of being, not from outside circumstances. So keep the healthy separation between who you are and the thoughts you're having, and who you are and the feelings you're having. One of the reasons why this is so important is because the more you practice that separation, the more you get to define who you are being, the thoughts you do want to have, the feelings that you do want to identify with. And the more that you practice that, the less dependent your experience of life is on outside circumstances. You've probably heard this before. We choose how we react to things. We don't automatically have to respond with anger when there's a bad driver on the road in front of us. We get to choose how we react when the person we love does something that's for their own good, but maybe not for ours. We get to choose how we feel. Nobody else controls that. We get to choose what we think. Nobody else controls that. So this is to bring more awareness to the separation that exists between who you are as a being and your thoughts and your feelings. So there are probably a lot of questions coming up for you with this episode and this topic. Especially, I can imagine someone's out there thinking, well, if I'm not my thoughts and if I'm not my feelings, who am I? What am I? And we're not going to get into that here. We will get into that another time. But this helps lay the groundwork for you to get to decide, for you to exercise control and choice over who you are. You are not automatic thinking. You are not automatic feeling. Those are thoughts that you happen to have. And those are feelings that you have and that you experience. But you are not those. And you get to choose. That's it for this episode. And I'm going to leave you the same way I leave you every time. You are meant for more. Above and beyond a place of struggle, positively impacting the world around you. You can get there. We can get there together. And if you liked anything you heard today, please share it on your social media so that other people can come here and check out what's here. We only grow organically from people like you sharing it with people that they know. So I appreciate it every time, and I'll see you next time.